In this video, we'll see what is Fibonacci series, or the way we call it Fibonacci series, and how to print that using C and Java. It is a very simple series and it starts with two numbers, that is 0 and 1. How it continues is that taking the sum of the preceding numbers, two preceding numbers. So here already we have 0 and 1 as default. This particular series starts with 0 and 1, and how it continues is that by taking the sum of these two numbers, and 0 plus 1 is 1. Now when we have to find the next number, we need to find the before the preceding two numbers sum. So that is 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21, 21 plus 13 it is 34. So it goes on like this. That is, for finding the next number, will be getting the sum of the preceding two numbers. So as I said, by default we need 0 and 1. That will be storing A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. So these are the default numbers, and the next number which we are going to find, we are not going to assign any value to it, we are just initializing it. First of all, we need to print this A and B, and then we'll be for finding the C value, we'll be using a for loop. Printing the default values of A and B before for loop, it will be easy for us because only one time we are going to print A and B values. From the next time onwards, we'll be printing only C values. Now in for loop, since 0th value and first value has already been printed, we will be starting with the second value. That is, this is 0th position, first position and second position. So I is equal to 2, I less than some number, the limit which we are giving. If you are finding the first n values of the Fibonacci series, means that n value, that limit, will be defining it here. So till that value only we'll be finding, and I plus plus. Now let's take n is equal to, first 6 numbers will print. So n value is equal to 6. Now when I is equal to 2, 2 is less than 6, that is true. Now we are finding C value. C is equal to the sum of preceding two numbers, that is A and B. C is equal to A plus B. We have found that. Now we have to print C. So when C is equal to A plus B, means A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. C will be equal to 0 plus 1, that is 1. This is for the I is equal to 2 iteration. Now we will be printing C value. Now for the next iteration, we need to exchange A and B values. So A will be equal to the before value 1, that is B value will be stored in A. A is equal to B and B is equal to C. Now what happens is, for I is equal to 3, 3 less than 6, for this iteration, we are going to find this position value. So for that, we need to take this position as A and this position as B. That means the old B value will be the new A value, old C value will be the new B value. So we are exchanging the positions. A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1. So obviously when I is 3, C will be equal to A plus B. So C is 1 plus 1 is 2. We will be printing C value and exchanging A and B values. For the next iteration, I is equal to 4, I less than 6. Because we have interchanged or swapped the value of A and B, A will be equal to the old B, that is 1, and B will be equal to the old C, that is 2. Now when we are finding C value, it will be 3. So that happens, and I will increment. I will be equal to, next iteration, I will be equal to 5. 5 is less than 6, that is true. Now since we have exchanged in the previous iteration A and B values, A will be equal to 2 and B will be equal to 3. When we are finding C is equal to A plus B, it is 3 plus 2 is 5. And again we are interchanging the values. A will be equal to 3, B will be equal to 5. Now when I increments, I is equal to 6. 6 is less than 6. When we check that, it is wrong. For loop will end. And so we have printed first 6 values. That is from 0 to 5 we have printed from the Fibonacci series. So the logic is very simple. Just this for loop. Printing A and B in the beginning, and then using this for loop we are finding C with the iteration. We'll run this code in C. N value we are entering it as 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First 6 values of that Fibonacci series has been printed. Now if we try first 3 values, means 0 and 1 will be default, and plus 1 when you add with that, we'll get the third value. In Java, when we run the code, there is no difference. The same thing, same logic only we're using it here. Only the printf statements and all those basic Java syntaxes will change. So we have n is equal to 6. I've given it already. So the first 6 elements of Fibonacci series we've got.